Steve Graham. I'm an exhibits and outreach specialist and science outreach specialist at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. So we're at the US GEO exhibit, and behind me is the hyperwall, which is showing aerosol concentrations for different types of aerosols as they get transported around the world. So the red areas are indicative of dust, the greens are the black and organic carbon, which is essentially aerosols from biomass burning. The whites are sulfates, which are indicative of industrial plant emissions, and then the blues are the salts.
I'm Lawrence Friedel. I'm from the United States, and I work with NASA's Earth Science Division, where we use satellite images of the Earth to observe environmental change for both research as well as support for decision-making activities on natural resource management, fisheries, public health activities, and international development work. So today and this whole week, the U.S. is sponsoring a booth at this international conference looking at Earth observations. Dozens and scores of countries and participating organizations are here this week to coordinate on how we can best use Earth observations from satellites as well as from buoys in the ocean and ground network and ground sensors to really observe the Earth. So what we're looking at here is actually a depiction of sea surface temperature. This is the temperature at the surface of the ocean as depicted by computer models using data from satellites. And so warmer colors on the map are sort of showing warmer relative temperatures at the sea surface, and cooler colors, the blues and the greens, are showing cooler temperatures. I think one interesting really feature is to go the flow along the Gulf Stream from North America over to Europe, where we are today. And so you can see the flow and sort of the interaction that the oceans provide in terms of moving water around is really moving and circulating temperature around. This is a composite image gathered from many satellite images of what the Earth looks like at night, so on the dark side. So you can see that these are city lights most of the time, and you can see on the east coast of the U.S. Going from Boston all the way down to Richmond and Washington D.C. on the east coast. And you can even see some of the cities on the west coast as well. There are some areas, more so in Africa, where you can see almost the Nile River lit up. You can see other areas of essentially centers of human populations based on the lights. This is, like I said, this gathered from a number of images taken from numerous satellites, and it's what they observe of the Earth when they're in darkness.